Hi everybody, welcome to the first lesson of personal health and wellness. So in this lesson, first, if you want to do a journal or just kind of get your brain in help mode, the question would be, how healthy do you think you are? So throughout this presentation and the assignments attached to it, you'll be able to reflect on your overall health and wellness. Then we'll go into good things. Then we'll actually get into the lesson. Then I'm going to show you around Google Classroom as well as the assignments that are attached to this PowerPoint. So good things. So every presentation you're going to hear from me is I'm going to say something good that's going on in the world, because as we know right now, we're watching this video that not so much good is going on. But however, my good thing is I'm working tonight and I actually have to work tomorrow, but I got some really good people I'm working with and I'm super excited to work with them. Stay tuned because I'm roping them in for your next set of units. So stay tuned and watch the YouTube videos that would be following up within the next few weeks. So in this lesson, the objectives are you'll be able to describe the different dimensions of your health and then differentiate or tell the difference between what is health and what is wellness. And lastly, you're going to analyze how different things in your life affect your health. So some vocabulary words that are going to be used heavily in this presentation are overall health. So overall health is the combination of physical, emotional, mental, social, spiritual, and environmental well-being. So everything that kind of goes on in your life comes together. That's your overall health. Then it breaks down into the health triangle. So throughout the entire health unit, or health class, you'll be hearing stuff refer back to the health triangle. So the health triangle is composed of 3 parts: mental health, social health, and physical health. And depending on the units, we'll spend more time focusing on one side of the triangle, but other units will be all 3. So let's dive into these 8 dimensions of wellness. So the different dimensions are physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual, environmental, occupational, and financial. So physical health is our first one. So physical health deals with just the way our bodies are. So to increase physical health or keep it at a good level, we should be getting exercise 3 to 5 times a week. Tune in to Nick and Mai's Google Classroom if you have us, and we'll be posting activities to keep you physically healthy and the means of exercise. Proper nutrition. That's going to be coming up in about 3 weeks. We'll dive into what is proper nutrition and how to maintain it. Abstaining from harmful substances, so avoiding drugs, alcohol, tobacco products, or anything else that's really unhealthy for your body. Safety, so wearing a helmet like riding a bike, wearing a seatbelt in a car. And lastly, identifying early signs of disease. So this is pretty heavy topic right now. I might be doing a presentation just on the whole COVID-19 virus itself. But if you do all these, plus make sure you get plenty of sleep, you tend to feel better and your body is able to fight off a lot of different diseases a whole lot better. Next up is emotional wellness. So emotional wellness is the ability to feel and express emotions. So you're able to be happy, you're able to be sad, you can express why you're happy, why you're sad, why you're able to share that with everybody. People who also have a good emotional wellness has this thing called Maslow's hierarchy, which we'll dive into during our mental and emotional health unit towards the end of the class. And then lastly, having a sense of optimism, so always seeing on the bright and sunny side. High self-esteem, or actually a decent amount of self-esteem, they can identify like, hey, if I do this, it'll lower it. If I do this, it makes me feel better. And then self-acceptance, so accepting who you are, your flaws, and fabulous stuff that you have. Next is intellectual. I'm going to move my video up so you can actually see the images. So next is the intellectual wellness. So this deals with your mind, thinking, processing. So encouraging new activities, creativity, doing word problems, math problems, Sudoku, crossword puzzles, just anything to stimulate your brain to start getting to act and fire faster. So typically, these people who have a high intellectualness loves to learn. They love to think, they love to learn, they love to be mentally challenged. So if this is you, it's a really good thing to have, especially if you want to plan on going on a higher education or, even just trying to better yourself mentally. Social wellness. So social wellness right now might be a little bit hindering for everybody with all of us practicing social distancing. However, social wellness is just the ability to interact with people on a healthy and positive level. So you're able to hang out with friends, you're able to communicate, you hang out with people that better you, don't drag you down, don't peer pressure into things you don't want to do. You're able to communicate, joke around, laugh, you share interests. So that's all the parts of social wellness. Spiritual wellness, this kind of deals with a person's soul. So your values, your belief systems, your ethics. People who have a strong spiritual wellness have a strong core set of values that they respect and uphold. So some people are very, honesty, for example, is a core value, and some people really, really value it, practice it, and if it starts to get hindered, a lot of other things might get affected as well. Environmental wellness. So this is dealing with us and nature. So anything outside of our bodies, pretty much, our homes. So it could be just, do we live in a healthy society? Is there a lot of air pollution? Is there noise pollution? Is even just our basic living space, is it clean? Do we have access to clean things? So typically it's been found that people who live in a more clean environment tend to be healthier. Occupational. So this deals with the ability to balance between work and leisure life. So leisure life is like your social life, family time. You're able to have like a balance. You're able to go to work, you keep work at work, you come home, you can do the family stuff. It's a balance. So kind of as my little picture says, you want to be like Mr. Incredible. You want to be happy where you are working and not be sad. So he was sad when he was stuck behind his desk job, but then he could be himself, Mr. Incredible, and became happy again. Financial, our last one. So this is basically having the money you need, and the money that you have, you're managing it well. So you're able to pay bills on time and not worry about, like, oh man, how am I going to make this payment? If you have credit cards, you're using them appropriately. You're not maxing them out. You're making your payments little, making more than you need to on your basic payments. You're living within your means as well. So you're not going and buying all this lavish stuff because you think it's cool, but you're buying what you need to get by and survive. But you're also able to kind of treat yourself a little bit and get to what you need. So the different dimensions of health, I'll let you write those down and process them yourself. So continuing on, health is dynamic, which means it can change day to day, hour to hour, depending on kind of what's going on in your life. What everybody should try to do is strive towards the positive, strive to be healthy. So here is the health continuum. So if you're feeling good, but you're not, really crummy that day, but you're not like, oh my gosh, I'm super healthy, you're kind of in the middle. So there's always room to grow. You always want to end up going towards a high level wellness side instead of going to, the negative side. So eating well, getting sleep, getting outside, having all those dimensions together will and together well will get you towards this point. Now I understand things happen. So for physical health, for example, you're very active, you enjoy working out, 5 days a week, and then also all of a sudden you break your leg. Now you're stuck in a boot and you can't work out as much as you want. So your physical health kind of start there, and then you get bummed out, so your mental health. So with that, it kind of starts to kind of go down, kind of that whole snowball effect just from one simple thing. So if something like that happens, you have to kind of change your mind frame to make it the best of the situation and try to strive to get back to the health, the high levels of wellness. So some things that influence our wellness include hereditary. So those are our genes that we're born with, environment, kind of where we live, how we grow up, and then our culture as well. Everybody is raised differently, so everybody's values of what is healthy is different. But just know that, what's healthy for one person might not be healthy for you, but you got to do what's healthy for you and then try to influence others to do what's healthy for them. So up next is kind of the Google Classroom and Google sites. So Google Classroom, everybody's invited to this if it loads up. So it says distant learning health. So I have a nice little welcome message. And I also included a link to my YouTube channel. So all these videos you see me in will be posted on YouTube as well, if you want to share them around. Then within there, I have classwork already posted under health and wellness. And if you open it up, you'll see PDF, the PowerPoint, and the doc. So the PowerPoint is what you just saw. I also include the link to the voiceover as well. Then you're going to come and you're going to click on the health and wellness assessment, open it up in a different tab. On a separate sheet of paper, just go through, read all the different stuff, and then total up each category. So there's a category for all the different dimensions. So tally them up, and then you can kind of compare your score to that. There's a couple of reflection questions here to kind of lead you into the next part. The next part is my version of a reflection. So in your own words, you're going to describe what wellness is, and then using these scores right here, you're going to put them right here, you're going to rank them. If two scores are the same, just mark them the same. It's okay. Then you're going to reflect. So which was your highest? Analyze it. Tell me why. Why do you think this was your highest? Don't just say because I scored the highest. Give me some, like, I exercise all the time, or I eat my fruits and veggies every day. Explain why. Same with your lowest. Your lowest is going to be the lowest scored. Tell me why it's your lowest. Then you're going to kind of reflect on it a little further and kind of like what influences it. So if we talk about nutrition, your nutrition was really bad. It's because I eat fast food a lot because it's convenient. That's understandable. But how can you avoid it? So maybe you can say, hey, on Sundays I'll start meal prepping so I don't eat fast food as much. And then if you want to go further, you can create a wellness plan, and then you can actually create your own survey. So that is it for the first presentation, first little mini unit, mini lesson. If you have any questions, I can be reached on my email or through Google Classrooms. So I look forward to seeing and hearing from you all soon. Thanks.